Happy Monday and welcome to another episode of This Game Stinks. I'm your host, TC. As always, I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Mine was okay, but anyways, I'll get into that shortly. Today, the big hit of the year, within the last year, Fortnite is going to take on the Stinker meter, so stay tuned. Show after my short arcade fighter music there to start us off. Anyways, we're going to talk a little bit about Fortnite today. I'm recording this podcast right now, and I have like a giant ice pack on my back. I don't know what I did. I did something this week, but my back is just f***ed. Like, it is killing me, and to be recording right now in this chair is a little painful, but I'm going to be able to get through it today. I do want to talk about Fortnite. I honestly, I said this before, I know, where I said I made this whole podcast for Rocket League, but I knew that Fortnite would be an episode. I knew that it would be. I knew Sea of Thieves would be an episode because that's what I was launching with, and then from there on out, I knew I wanted to do one Rocket League, but I knew I'd have to do a Fortnite episode, and even since knowing that I've had to do this episode, it's gotten even more popular. It's insane the amount of people that play this game. Everybody plays it. People are coming out of the woodwork to play this game, my friends, in video gaming. I haven't played some games with some of these people in forever, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, I've been playing Fortnite. So, been jumping into that a lot recently. It's fun, okay? But we're going to talk a little bit about, of course, why it stinks. Remember, we're going to talk about as many points as we can on the game Stinks. One coin sound on that stinkometer means the game is not very stinky. It's pretty good. It's as close to perfect as possible. And then if the coin sequence is completed, remember that game stinks to high heaven. But that doesn't mean that it's a bad game. It doesn't mean it's a bad game. I'm talking about how it stinks all day today for probably about 20 minutes. You guys are going to listen to it, and then 3 million people are going to play it this week. So obviously, the game does not stink, but let's talk just a little bit about some things that I guess just bother me about it. Also wanted to let you guys know that this week's Stinkometer is brought to you by Sklobo. Sklobo is a clothing company that is on Instagram. They got some fresh stuff. You guys check them out at sklobo.com. And right now, if you use the code ThisGameStinks1, you'll get 15% off your order. And I think their stuff's on sale right now, actually. So go check it out. Alrighty, my first point is that this is not a game for older peeps. People, if you're over the age of 28, I'm going to say. I think 28 is the age where people start to kind of look at you funny if you're still playing video games, unless that is the part of your life and you're still doing it, because there's plenty of us out there. But there are, the looks. Some people where you're like, oh, I'm going to be playing some games this weekend, and they're just like, shouldn't you have a job or something? Yeah. So I think for that 28 and up, this game is a little difficult for probably a number of reasons. It's different. It's like PUBG. It's the same thing as that, basically. It's way more polished. We'll just put it this way. I was trying to decide if I was going to do a PUBG episode and Fortnite episode. I still haven't 100% decided, but I downloaded PUBG for the first time this weekend for the free play weekend just to try it. Tried it out with a friend. We played one match, and I instantly went back to Fortnite after one game. Went back to Fortnite. I know I've been playing Fortnite since it first came out. Not a lot, but I downloaded it right when it came out. I was one of the first of my friends to be playing it, but I've played it on and off as friends got into it, got out of it. And I played PUBG once and I said, no, I'm not really a fan of this. And that's for another time. I might do another episode, because obviously if I'm doing an episode on why this game stinks, you got to know PUBG stinks if I played it one time. I got to probably give it another couple chances. It just felt wonky. I'm not getting into it. I'm not going to get into it on this episode about Fortnite. But again, it's not really a game for older people. And when I say it's different, I mean that there are a lot of different kind of levels to it, honestly. You don't have to be that good at a long range weapon, but you can be awesome with a shotgun and you're still really implement that team well. You might not be good with any gun, but you're really good at building, and you can get your team where they need to go if you're the one that's usually building. I mean, everyone should be pretty good at building. That's another argument I have, that most shooters, you don't got to build stuff. So, and that's going to be a point later, but that's just one of my aspects is why it's so different. To be able to build up your shelters and things like that is kind of a whole new concept on the fly, to me at least, and I'm sure it is for plenty of people. And I watch people on Instagram, I watch people on Twitch, and it's insane, some of the stuff I see. It really is. The switching of guns, the building, switching back and forth from the building to the... I guess I haven't played enough to where I could just switch confidently. And you guys know I switch games around a lot, so I can't become comfortable with it. And I really need to play for like a solid like month, or maybe not a month. That's kind of a long time. I'm not that bad, but I'd have to probably play for a solid like 2 to 3 weeks, and that would be every night. And I don't even play every night. So, as you can see, every time I try to get back into it, it's still like, oh, what does this button do again? Oh, yeah. So, it's kind of tough for me to get a handle on the shooting and the building and remember to do both things, but it's starting to slowly come for me as an old guy gamer. And I kind of mentioned this a little bit in the first point, but it brings me right into my second point. You gotta really play to get real good. And I know that's been one of my points on another one of my episodes, that you have to play to get good, but that's I know that's every game, but this game is so different. It's not like, you play Call of Duty, and then you get the new Call of Duty. You could probably jump right in and be okay. Or if you haven't played in a couple years, you could jump into a first-person shooter and be okay if it's not like Rainbow Six or something that's crazy different from just a regular first-person shooter. So jumping right into Fortnite, that's, first of all, third person. Not a lot of games are third person. I mean... Gears of War, obviously, and I'm really not that good at that game, so maybe that's why I'm not good at this one. But the third person aspect is a little different for a lot of people, as well as the building aspect. So that's why I say it's kind of hard to get really good at both, because it's difficult. And that's why there's people on teams that are very good at building. I got a buddy that just builds. That's all he does. He builds mostly and is looking for people for us to be able to shoot. I'm like okay at both things, just like every other game, really. Build when I need to, but I'm really starting to get into having the actual materials I need to be able to build when I need to in that moment. But again, it's kind of cycles in this game. At first, you start only worrying about guns. Then after you get a little bit better with your guns, you start to build. So I started to play at the very beginning, so I was only really working with my guns. That's what everyone was doing, because no one really was doing the building thing yet. And then I try to come back into the game, and now it's a whole new game with everyone building up crazy structures and all kinds of stuff. So again, it takes a while to get really good and understand the game. Is building all skill, or there's got to be a little bit of luck there? I mean, come on. These videos and clips on Instagram, on Twitch, like everywhere, YouTube, all the stuff I see is insane. These guys spin 360 degrees and build up so fast, it's unbelievable. Like 3 levels in 2 seconds, and I'm still trying to figure out what material I'm trying to build with. Thank God the Portafor is like, I look for it all the time. Thank God that thing just came out, because it's so easy for me just to drop it down, even though there is a gripe about that I've been stuck on the damn tires for 5 minutes, and I just keep getting shot. Bouncing up, get shot. Bouncing up, get shot. Because I can't land in the middle if there's a couple people down there. But it's nice to be able to have that portable fort. But as I was saying before, it's just insane how fast these guys build structures, build up mountains. They build... You have to be able to build fast enough that someone can't shoot it down. You get a shot down, you're going to fall from too high up, and it's going to take a bunch of your health away. It's just amazing to me that a lot of the games I see are being won with building. They down one of the teammates, and then they make their move and they build straight across the map. I mean, that's so smart. They go right at it. They don't see it coming. It's really about who can get the high ground, honestly, most of the time when it comes to building. Once someone has the high ground, they can ambush the other group. And if that one person's actually really good at the game with a shotgun really close up, it makes it a great skill to have. My next point has to do with the actual time you're playing the game. And I don't really mean because you're playing the game the whole time, but I mean actual fight time there's not very much fight time. If I had to break it down, the game is 80% gathering shit, 15% losing the shit you just gathered, and 5% in a good fight, where you could either lose or win, is what I'll say. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm playing Ark in this bitch. Seriously, I'm running around hitting every single tree. I don't see a single person for 80% of the match. And then all of a sudden I die instantly because I didn't see someone come up behind me. So now we have all of our stuff and we're running around, getting more towards the circle. Haven't seen anybody for a while. Getting supplies, getting new guns, getting good guns. 80% of the match is over. Now we're down to we'll just call it like percentage as people left in the game. So now there's 20 people left in the game. I mean, it's a pretty good comparison, honestly. So I got all of our stuff. Our group's still alive. We haven't seen a soul. Been spending about 15 minutes gathering stuff, moving to the center. Then all of a sudden a group breaks up on you and you're all dead because they came out of nowhere. I know that we should be better about seeing them, but that happens a lot. There's some sneaky groups out there. So when I say 15% losing it, I mean 15% of the time I feel like I get ambushed. All of a sudden there's someone there and all of our stuff is gone and we're dead. Now the true 5% for me at this point of me playing, and I gotta say it's probably gone up since I started to write my script, and what I try to do is play the game at the time I'm writing just to get some inspiration throughout. And again, I'm playing this game. That means I do like it. It's fun. But I'm just giving a few gripes on it that I think could make the game a little bit better and just complain because I'm an old guy. 5% fighting, I mean in a good fight where we're actually shooting back and forth, buildings are breaking down, people are trying to take chances. Those are fun, and that's the best part of the game. And I will say that the 5% is probably up closer to 10 now, so I will say 10% losing shit, 10% good fights, because as I'm getting better at the game, my teammates are getting better at the game, because that's a big thing as well. I'll get into that shortly as one of my other points. Freaking Phil, right? Anyway, so it's more, now that I'm getting better at the game, the fighting is getting a little bit better because I'm getting better at it and people are already good at it. So just the back and forth is nice every so often. Even when you lose in a good fight, it's not too discouraging. Is it just me or do I never have enough bullets? I may be the only one that feels this way. I do feel like I'm the only one that says it when we're playing. I'm out of bullets and I might not be a great shot, but just hear me out for a sec. I am not that great at the game. So you know what people that aren't that great at the game do, right? They pick up everything that they see. So I'm really good at picking stuff up because all you got to do is run into it, get close to it, pick up those bullets. Even if I don't have the gun, I'm picking up the bullets. I mean, I have friends ask me for certain bullets. I'll give them to them, yes. But I'm not out there advertising I have certain bullets because I'm picking up all of them because I feel like I never have any. Oh, and don't comment and say, you're not opening up the ammo boxes. Yes, I am. I'm always opening those ammo boxes. I think I might be the only one opening them, actually, because every time I come to a building that's already been looted, they're never open. So how do you guys have bullets? I'm always opening ammo boxes, and apparently nobody else is. Seriously, if there is a tip or something to getting bullets, can you comment? Comment here. Comment on my Instagram. Comments. Tell me. And email me, please, because I just feel like I'm always running out, and I'm just screwed at that point. My next point isn't really a stinkiness part of the game, but it's an aspect of the game that some gamers, myself included, before I started doing podcasts and reviewing, not reviewing games, but talking about games. You have to watch this game to be good at this game. You have to watch videos. The only way to know how to do some of this crazy stuff that all these guys do is to watch other people do these crazy videos. People that have been playing the game, people that have seen something crazy before. I understand that someone originated these moves or originated these buildings or tactics, but you got to try to kind of combine them all together in this game. There's more than one element to this game. The shooting, positioning, teamwork, communication, building. So you need to kind of watch other people and kind of take pieces of other people's games to be able to become really good at this game. And I'm not saying that that's not every game. I'm just meaning this game specifically, I think it helps out a lot. Because even me going through Instagram and seeing you guys' clips and me telling all you guys how much I stink and how much I need to practice, even me doing that, I've seen and learned from you guys what guns to use, what I should be doing in certain situations. So it's nice. Thank you for those clips. I do appreciate them. When I like them, I legitimately like them. That's me. That being said, I make this a stinky point because there's a lot of gamers out there that just want to play. When I first started playing Overwatch, my one friend, all he would say to me all the time is, you need to watch streamers. You need to watch streamers. And I'm like, why am I not getting better? You need to watch streamers. You need to watch streamers. And I'm like, dude, I don't got time to watch streamers. I work and then I play. And I don't want to waste either one of those times. I want to play. I don't want to watch people playing. That's always been my thought. But now with Instagram, and I know, TC, welcome to 2018, and I'm just getting Instagram now, I can kind of see these clips really quick, see little things, and now I'm actually starting to check out streams because I'm really starting to like you guys' content. But again, watching lots of clips to become better at a game is not something that every gamer really wants to do, especially older gamer. Oh man, what is Phil doing? You know who I'm talking about. Phil. When you only got 3 people, or you only got 2 people and you want to play squads, you got to search for a Phil. And you know Phil, there's 2 kinds of Phils. There's douchebag Phil, and douchebag Phil is like 75% of the Phils. And then there's awesome Phil, who understands what's going on in the game, okay? And awesome Phil only can really come out 25% of the time because usually if we're in a party, the 3 of us, Phil, even if it's awesome Phil or douchebag Phil, they usually won't join the party. So I know that should make awesome Phil douchebag Phil, but that's why awesome Phil only comes out 25% of the time, because he kind of can lead you. And if you know the game enough and this player knows the game enough, they can call the shots. You can have one person call the shots. They don't even have to be that good at the game, but you can still have someone silently direct you around. Like, for instance, a Phil can show you directions of things with like a crossbow, stuff like that. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen as long as Phil is on your side. Now, douchebag Phil is a whole nother level of Phil because he just does whatever the hell he wants. And there's even 2 types of douchebag Phil. There's douchebag Phil that just bitches at you the whole time, and then there's douchebag Phil that just dies instantly. Douchebag Phil that dies instantly usually goes off on his own from the beginning and doesn't listen to you. Even if he'll mark a place on the map, he doesn't even go where he marked on the map. He's just doing whatever the hell he wants, and he dies usually within the first 50 people dying. Douchebag Phil version 2 just bitches at you the entire time. You follow him, but he's always doing whatever he wants and annoying you and shooting at you, and he's still around you, but he's just being annoying as hell. So really, if you have 4, that's the best way to go, obviously, so you don't got to deal with Phil. Because remember, you got a 75% chance of getting that asshole. You know I was going to talk about V-Bucks, right? Mother f***ing V-Bucks. This game is free. That's not one of the best reasons why this game is so popular. It's free and very polished. And you can play 4 players. And you can own other people. So, I mean, all those coming in together is just what makes great games these days. Well, what everybody thinks is a good game, the robots, what they all think is a good game. But, I mean, count me up as a robot this time because I'm playing this game right now and I'm having a lot of fun. Anyway, to my point about V-Bucks, every game has their schmeckles now, and V-Bucks is the schmeckle choice of Fortnite. And I gotta say, I like them because they have good content to download. Yes, everything that's been coming out is really cool. I like the stuff that they're coming out with. It looks great. However, it's still a gouging money way to just get your money out of your pocket for a free game. And I get it. They got to get their money somehow, and it's our choice, and it's all about your willpower. But there's not really anything I need here either. I like that you can win things as you go. I do want to get more things, so I might start to chip in those V-Bucks. But honestly, the one reason I really want some V-Bucks is just so I don't look like a schmo out there. You know what I mean? You know when you go golfing with some guys and like the one guy comes in tennis shoes and you're like, oh, Jesus, who's this guy? I'm not a good golfer by any means, but I still got golf shoes. At least I look like I'm a golfer. But in this instant, I feel like I come into the game and I'm one of those regular characters and they're like, who's this guy? But at the same time, if I was really good, maybe that would be a decoy. But I'm not. So there goes that idea. But yeah, I kind of just want to get enough V-Bucks to buy one outfit just so I don't look like the only one out there without one. So that about wraps it up for my points here this week on Fortnite. Let's do a quick review. We have not for older gamers. Gotta play it to master it. Building is half luck. 80% getting shit, 10% losing shit, 10% decent fight. Where's the bullets? Where's Phil? Part of the game is watching the game. V-Bucks stink. So there you have it, guys. That is this week's show. Again, I hope you had a fantastic weekend, and I'm hoping you have an awesome week. Again, happy Monday. My name is TC. Guys, if you like what I'm talking about, could you please leave a comment? Remember, I am at thisgamestinks1. That's the number 1 on Instagram and Twitter. Again, a little bit more active on Instagram. Remember, you can find this podcast on Spotify, on iTunes, on www.thisgamestinks.com. Fortnite, the most popular game out there right now, all the way through the Stinkometer, all the way through the coin sequence, meaning that it is a stinky game compared to the Stinkometer. But again, I am playing this game right now. I am really it's in my head I want to be good at it. It's the first game since Overwatch that I'm like, I would really like to be good at this game. So, I can only give it maybe an old cheese smell. Yeah, that's about right. It's stinky, but it's still likable. Catch me next week as we take another game through the Stinkometer. Again, guys, have an awesome day. Catch you later.